Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of rate of change. This is standard A.3B in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 42 off the 2018 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a table here, shows a linear relationship between two things. The balance of a student's savings account and the number of weeks that he has been saving. So it looks like we have a starting balance of 32, and then we're just moving up to 39, 53, 74. So based on the table, what is the rate of change of the balance of student savings account in dollars and weeks percent? So rate. So this gives us a clue. We're going to be building a ratio here. So what is this ratio of? Well, we've got the savings, the balance here. All right, so I'm needing my balance of the student savings, and then it's per week. All right, so this per lets me know that's where my division sign goes, or my fraction bar, whatever you want to call it, per week. All right, so that's the ratio we're looking for. Balance per week. And we can represent it as a fraction there. So it looks like the week, right, is going to be, this is going to be, if we're thinking about it in these terms, my independent variable, right? So I start my number of weeks, and that is going to then determine what my balance is, because my balance depends on the number of weeks. And so we know that our independent variable is typically our x, right? That's our domain. Dependent variable is typically our y, our range. And so we're looking for the change. So we're looking for the change. That's the Greek letter delta. Looks like a triangle, but that's the change in my balance, which is my y, over my change in x, which is my week. And look at that. I'm just looking for a slope. If I were to graph this, I'd be looking for the slope. But we don't necessarily need to graph this, and so to find our slope, right, we just need change in y. Let's just get 2 y coordinates. And let's just get 2 x coordinates. And let's just calculate. So, all right, doesn't really matter. Let's just do this. All right, so that's going to be my x1, x2, y1, y2. You can pick any two here. It doesn't really matter. So my y2 sub 2 is 88. My y sub 1 is 74. And then I've got 8 minus 6. So that's nice. All right, so that's going to be 14 over 2. So it looks like 7, right? And take a look at this. I've got from week 0 to 1. So I'm just adding 1 week there, and I'm adding 7. So that makes sense. I'm adding 2 weeks here to get from 1 to 3. So I'm adding 2 weeks worth of 14, right? I'm adding 3 weeks worth here. So I'm adding 21 here, back down to 2 weeks. So that's going to be 14. Wow, that's 5 weeks. So that's going to end up being 35. But if you break it down week to week, it is going to be a 7. Now, we need to record the answer on our answer document. There's no A, B, C, or D, or F, G, H, or J to choose from. And we want it in dollars and cents. Okay, so in Algebra 1, we've got what we call this floating decimal. So really, you've just got 7 different spots, and you can bubble it in anywhere. It doesn't hurt to go and do it on the right. But you know what we need is we need 7.00, since it is dollars and cents. If we were going to fill this in, we'd want to go ahead and just put that right there. You can actually move this anywhere as long as it's 7.00, right? And then we're just bubbling in the correct spots underneath there. $7.00 is our answer.